A couple of days ago, I just sold this computer here for almost a $600 profit. I teased this in a video I posted last week or 2 weeks ago that I had my biggest profit ever, which is $566, and I was working on one that was probably going to make me even more, and this one absolutely did. But how did I do it? How did I sell it for almost $600 profit? And I don't have any guilt about it, and it was because of a really interesting set of circumstances that allowed me to make such a great profit on this PC. The story, however, starts over a year ago, so let me go ahead and just tell you how I made almost $600 selling this PC on Facebook Marketplace. So rewind from now, end of July 2026, to sometime in the summer, I don't remember the exact month, of 2025, and here's what my PC looks like. It's in a Be Quiet light-based case, and for graphics card, I've got a 7900 XTX in it. The graphics card is great, there's no problems with it. However, I'm scrolling Facebook Marketplace looking for PC parts, because I was flipping a lot at the time, I still am, and I see this 4090 posted near me. Now, last summer, graphics card prices were a lot lower, and the guy had originally listed it, I think, like $2,000 or something. Then he had it knocked down to $1,600 for this white Gigabyte Aero 4090, and I was really interested in it. I thought it would be pretty neat to have a top-tier graphics card. I think the 5090 had already come out at the time. In fact, it had. The guy said he had bought a 5090, which is why he was getting rid of his 4090. But I still thought it would be cool to have a top-tier graphics card, so I went ahead and bought it. Offered him $1,500. He was not having any of that, and I happily paid $1,600 cash for the Gigabyte Aero 4090. It seemed a little crazy at the time, but I brought it home, plugged it in, and it worked great. It was a great card. I used it for a year, or probably a little bit over a year. Had no issues. It stayed very cool. I didn't have to do anything to this card. So fast forward to this summer, and the graphics card prices are out of control. And while I really enjoy having the 4090, having had it for a year and some change, I learned I don't really need all of this. And I guess I never did. It was kind of cool just having it, and $1,600 was something I could do at the time without any issue, and so I don't regret it at all. But now that these things are selling for well over $2,000, I started thinking, man, maybe I can sell it and just see if I can even make a profit off of it. I did a video late last year comparing a 5070 Ti to a 4090, and the 4090 is about 25% better. But if they're selling for over $2,000, that means it costs more than double for only 25% more performance. The 5070 Ti is a much better value if you don't need the extra benefits of the 4090. So that's what I thought in my head I would do. So I listed my 4090 for sale on Facebook Marketplace for $2,250. And what I did was I looked on Java, I looked on eBay, and I looked at the 4090s that were selling when I selected that price. Java had them for up to $2,400 that had sold, and they have extra fees and stuff, and people know that. eBay does as well. So I lowered it a little bit, and I got some pretty goofball offers. As you can see, I had a guy offer me $1,000. I had a guy say, could you make it cheaper? Like, no, I'm not doing that. And eventually, I got this offer from a guy named Alex, who asked me if I would take a 4080 Super Plus $1,450. And at first, I was not at all interested in a trade, so I told him no. But then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, you know, 4080 Super, what if I just plug that in place of the 4090 and I make almost my entire money back in cash? So I went ahead and took his deal. 4080 Supers are selling for $800-900 right now, even used ones. And so if you kind of plug it in like that, I was able to get a 4080 Super for about $150, which is obviously incredible. So after I got the 4080 Super, I brought it home. It's a PNY Verto. I'm not a big fan of PNY graphics cards. I think they are close to the bottom tier of quality. plugged it in. Some of the tuning features and afterburner and such are not available. You can't adjust the power limit. Thermally, it was performing terrible, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I definitely did not like that. And just did not like the look of the 4080 Super in my rig. So I decided, all right, well, this would be great for a flip because I only paid $150 for it. So one of the most important decisions that you make when you are flipping a computer is getting the right CPU-GPU combo. So now I've got this 4080 Super that I want to use in a flip. I went ahead and bought a brand new Gigabyte Aero 5070 Ti for my personal build. Here it is. I like that card a lot. It looks great and it's running great. But I've got this 4080 Super and I thought, you know, I've got my Ryzen 9 9900X in my personal PC, and I've never tried, but I've been really curious about the X3D chips. So I thought, man, it'd be kind of cool to have a 9850 X3D. I probably won't notice the reduction in cores for video editing, and spoiler, I haven't yet. I don't do editing at any kind of professional level that would require the 12 cores. So I thought, yeah, I'll use the 9900X, and here's the rest of the parts that I used for the flip. I got an Asus B650E on Newegg, 32 gigabytes of RAM, brand new. That one hurt. That's decent RAM. It is 6,000 megatransfers CL30. So that hurt. I had a 2 terabyte Crucial P3 Plus that I bought a couple of years ago that I hadn't used. So I used that. PC Cooler makes this 360 AIO, and I ended up really liking it. It's got this cool screen on it, installed really easy, like that. Height Y70 case. Normally, I would not flip in a Height Y70 case. It's $200 for this white case that you don't get your money back on that. I had that left over from another scrapped project, which I'll do a video about that. But anyway, that's what the build had. Activated Windows 11, and I bought some extra fans to populate in the Height Y70 because it doesn't come with any. So here is the build. The total cost of all the parts was $1,363.95. Oh, and I forgot to mention the power supply, which is also kind of a cool part of this story. And here is the deal on the power supply. The fine folks over at Darkflash sent me this power supply to check out for this build, so I thought I would just open it up real quick and go through it and kind of give an impression before we plug it in. So this is an 850 watt fully modular power supply. So let's check out what's in the box. Manual, don't need that. All right, so it's incredibly well packaged. As you can see, they got bubble wrap around the unit itself. That's kind of cool. Very nice looking power supply. It's nice and hefty too. It feels good. I always like a hefty feeling power supply. Power cable, and here's all the cables that it comes with. Again, this is the DG850, 850 watts. So here's the 12 volt high power. Here's Molex, which I won't need that. There's a CPU cable, and it's these nice, whoop, let's get centered here, these nice braided looking cables. I like the look of that. So there's one CPU. Here is a SATA cable. I don't think I'll need that. No, I have a fan hub. I will need that. Here's a PCIe, which I won't need that because I'm using a 12 volt high power. A second CPU cable. There's another PCIe, another SATA, and the motherboard cable. So in this build, I'll be using the 12 volt high power, the motherboard, 2 CPU cables, and a SATA cable for the fan hub. The rest of these I can put away and not worry about needing. and it comes with some screws and some little zip ties for cleaning it up. So all in all, comes with all the things you need, none of the things you don't, in a great looking package. And I look forward to powering this thing up, and we'll see how it does. As you can see, the power supply looks absolutely fantastic. It was really easy to use. The cables are of very high quality, and the specs are excellent. This thing should power this build safely and successfully for a long time. So I have to say a big thank you to Darkflash for sending it out. I appreciate that. Seems like a great power supply, really great quality construction and execution. Comes with all the right things that you need and nothing that you don't. Absolutely recommend this power supply for your next high-end build. So as I was saying, the total cost of this build was $1,363.95. I'll put the full list up here of how much I paid for each individual part. And the total sale price was $1,950, bringing my profit on this one to $586.05, which is absolutely outstanding. And I don't feel bad about making that big of a profit because I got such a great deal on the 4080 Super and the Darkflash power supply for free. So that is how I ended up with almost a $600 profit selling a computer with a 4080 Super that I only paid $150 for. It was a great flip. I really enjoyed it. It was one of the higher end PCs that I've ever sold. I enjoy selling them in that price range. It's just there's a lot fewer customers than there is in the $700 to $1,000 range. So if you're looking to move computers and make profit, lots of times that's the better price range to be in. But anyway, I do enjoy working with these higher performance systems. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody for watching the video. Drop a comment. Let me know what's the most you've ever made on a flip yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.